Hi, my name's Joanna Boyette. I'm your Math 108 instructor. That's me with the curly hair, and those are my two boys. Um, in a magical moment of familial happiness. So I just wanted to do a quick video to kind of help you get started in the course. I know that a lot of online courses are different from course to course, and I just kind of want to make sure that you're all set. So, first you should go to kind of Blackboard and go into our course, which I'll open up for you. And then it will land here on Start Here Week 0, and you should read through this stuff. So there is some stuff that you need to do. One of the things you need to do is go look at this syllabus, which is over here on this left. And there's the syllabus, and I'm going to talk through the syllabus with you and then come back here to Blackboard to let you know kind of where some more things are. But let me open, I have the syllabus here. Okay. This is introductory calculus. We do spend a lot of time on applications of calculus and not so much time on like the nitty-gritty technical or theoretical aspects of calculus. That's me, Joanna Boyette, and my office is in Exploratory Hall. My preferred contact method is cell phone. You can call or text me. I am not a good emailer. I'm really not. So if you email me, there's just a very long turnaround time, like more than a week turnaround time. So I suggest that you either contact me by my cell or here on the discussion board. We use the discussion board. I don't know. I usually am able to circle things. But this discussion board, maybe I can highlight things. Hold on. Discussion board there. We use it every single week. That's a great place to ask questions, and I'm in there a lot. This semester I'm having office hours on Monday and Wednesday at night, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. And I think Friday from 10 to 11, but this one might change. I have another meeting that I'm trying to schedule, so I'll update that if we need to. But I also do appointments, like office hours by appointment. So if you can't make those, please just call me and we'll set up a time to talk, even just talk on the phone or chat, like be on the discussion board at the same time so we can have a back and forth. There's a learning assistant who's an undergraduate but who's here to help you, Kathleen McLean. She's fantastic. There's her email and her office hours, and she'll also be helping us and participating in the discussion board, so look for her. I assume if you're in this class, you've met the prereqs. And this is kind of a basic, trying to get a basic understanding of calculus and think about some of the applications that we see in business. The course is an online course. It's asynchronous, which means all of the videos and all of the work that you can do on your own time, although there are deadlines in the class. Okay? You have to either come to campus, or if you're far enough away from campus, you can go to another proctoring facility for exams. I give proctored exams in this course. Oh, here's the rest of my circles. That's fancy. Okay, there is a textbook. You can buy the textbook plus a homework code. You need this homework code for about $68. You can get the access code only, I think that's at xyztextbooks.com. I think. You're looking for an all access pass is what it's called. I need to put this in the syllabus, but that's what you're looking for. And you can get it for, I think, about $30, or it might have gone up to $40, but it's somewhere around that. Okay? You can use a scientific calculator in this course, not a graphing calculator. So if you have any questions about that, you should ask me before test time. There are videos for you to watch, so I assume you have kind of high-speed internet and that you can access YouTube. All the videos are on YouTube, and I've honestly had almost zero trouble with students being able to access them. Okay? Exams mark your calendars now, February 10th, March 23rd, and the final on May 4th. They're given in a proctoring facility on campus, a testing center, so you can come anytime during the day on those days. But you do have to come on those days. Here's the weighting in the course. I use a weighted average. 2 tests, 35%. The final exam, 25%. XYZ homework checks, which is like an online homework system, is 10%. We have online discussions every single week. That's 15%. Discussions tend to be a place where if you do the work, like you just show up, you type up your problem, you respond to other students, you can get pretty good credit, and they tend to boost students' grades if you're doing it. If you don't do it, it will bring your grade down quite a bit. So I say that now at the beginning. If you just plan to do it, it's one of the ways in which I try to value the work that you're doing, because I know that sometimes math is hard and people get test anxiety and all of that. The online discussions is one of the ways that I try to value and kind of help your grade and value the work. And then we have written problems, which like in a real life class you would think of as kind of like a quiz, but it's a written problem so that I can see your work, again, to help you get ready for the exams. These written problems right here are like the exam problems. Okay? I use a standard grade breakdown. There is usually not a curve in this class. Also, there's usually not the need for one. Let me go and show you your assigned problems out of the book each week. And so let me show you kind of how the weekly work set up, and maybe we'll come back. So most of the lecture material and everything else is here under videos, assignments, and more. Everything is set up on a weekly basis. So if you, for next week, the first week of class is week 1. So, and you will see it, hold on, let me go to student view and I'll show you what you see. You should see something like this with a menu over here on the left, and then eat whatever you've highlighted here on the right. So there's, each week there's an overview. It tells you, welcome to week 1. We'll be covering review this week, so it tells you what we'll cover. It tells you what the ungraded assignments are. You're supposed to watch these video lectures and work the assigned homework problems listed here. This is what's graded. Weekly discussion board. The initial post due Thursday and follow-up post due Saturday. There's a week 1 homework check in XYZ. I think this first week we skipped the written assignment, but let's see. So then if you click on this next one, it's a review of exponents. This is review material. If you have a strong math background, you likely will not spend very much time on the class this week. If you do not, you need to spend more time this week because it sets you up for success in the rest of the class. Okay? So here, there's one, see it says watch my mini lecture on exponents here. And then work these problems. You'll see this. There's a handout on exponents if you click there. Here are some problems for you to work. So, and I want to make this clear. These are ungraded. These are the problems we discuss in the discussion board. So you'll see these worksheets referenced when in the discussion board assignments. But these are for you to practice and for you to see where you have problems. Okay? Okay, so that goes, there's one of those for each of these, like for radicals, polynomials, all the way down. In this first week, I give you instructions on how to sign up for the XYZ homework system. Here's the course ID that you need. And then I think week 1 written work says no written work this week. Just make sure you do the discussion XYZ. Total pass, okay? Okay. So that's how a typical week looks like. Honestly, all of these, like if you click on week 2, you'll see the same similar structure, okay? 1 week, all of the lecture materials, the weekly written work at the bottom, okay? Each week also you will have a discussion board assignment. So there's basically 3 assignments due each week. The written work, which is there. The discussion board, so this week's discussion board, you won't see all this. You'll see the first one. here, and there's kind of a lot of information this first week because it's introductory, but then after this you kind of get an idea. So there's a short YouTube video on posting to the discussion board, how to do that, kind of expectations. You get assigned into a small group of students. It's usually no more than 10 people. And you come down here and you'll see here like group 1, and you'll see an assignment for yourself either here or actually in the discussion board. So the first week I just asked for volunteers to go ahead and assign these. If nobody it's an easy grade to kind of volunteer the first week. You don't have to post a problem. You just volunteer to post kind of the assignments. And then, but if nobody does it, I'll just do it. But you'll see your name next to one of these problems. And that probably won't happen till like Sunday night that I'll assign groups. I'm waiting for people to register. But then this is the one that you should work. Like if your name, John Smith, is next to problem 13, then on the discussion board you should work exponents problem 13. Does that make sense? Then you are also supposed to respond to 2 other discussions. They need to be substantive responses. So saying things like, you did a great job, is not really that helpful in this math class. You need to try and either kind of give advice if you've done something differently, if you see something that's happening wrong. You'll see me ask kind of open-ended questions in the discussion board. You're welcome to respond to those. If you're having trouble, your response can also be just another question. You're like, hey, I didn't get this one on the exponents. Does anybody know how to do it? And kind of participating fully in that discussion. So there's a lot of ways to kind of create community and not feel so alone and isolated in this online course. Okay, so there's a discussion every week. And then there's an XYZ homework. And there's a separate video on the XYZ, so I won't go through it here, but that's also due Saturday. Okay, but that's kind of the structure. The other links over here, announcements. You'll see there's no announcements yet. Once I sent any emails that you receive from me are listed here under announcements, so you can always come back and look for that information. And all grades, I try and keep grades except the XYZ ones posted in my grades, so you can go there to see your grades. Okay, this link should take you to the XYZ homework site. It's an external link and you have to log in over there. Okay. Okay, so, and then that's kind of the information in the syllabus. There are assigned book problems. XYZ homework is due every week, Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Discussions are graded. Your first post is due Thursday, and follow-up comments are due Saturday. You'll see here kind of the grading breakdown, so if you want to kind of think about this when you're writing your discussions, that might not be a bad idea. Bonus points. The only place in the entire class that I give bonus is in the discussion. If your assigned leader is missing and don't post their assignments by Sunday night at midnight, you can post them. So at 12:01 a.m. on Monday, you can step in as the leader and post the assignments. The other thing you can do is that you can respond more fully. So I give extra credit if you're responding and kind of actively participating in the discussion. So kind of that is the place for you to earn bonus points. Written work, it's basically kind of a quiz-like thing. I mean, so it is kind of a quiz and not a quiz, and what I mean by that is it's just a PDF file. It usually has 1 or 2 math questions on it. You write out your solutions and upload it, and I grade it. I call it kind of a quiz. It gives me an idea of what your work should be like. If you want to see how you might do on the exams, the best thing to do is try and do those in about 10 to 20 minutes. That's about the time that they should take. Again, a grading outline of written work. The solution is correct with all relevant steps and supporting work shown. If you're not showing work in this class, you will receive deductions and big ones. The solution is clear. It's well organized and easy to follow. You should label your work if you're not in the habit of doing that. You use sentences appropriately to fully explain the solution. Okay? So I expect kind of write-ups to be on college level. Okay? Um, I give feedback on written work, so I'll make comments. I'll say, hey, what are you doing here? I ask a lot of questions, or sometimes I'll say, I'm not quite sure what you're doing. I can't see what's happening, or this part doesn't look quite right, and show the deductions. You should see feedback on your written work. That is one of the best things. So, and usually I send out an email telling you that I've finished grading it. Okay? Again, about the exams, February 10th and March 23rd. The academic honesty code is still in place in this class, so you may not copy anyone else's work. You may not use anyone else to do your work in this class. I expect you to be doing all of it yourself. Okay? And here's the schedule. For some reason, I didn't change any of the, like this date here. This is the 2016 schedule, but this should be right. And it tells you about where we're going in the class. So, and I give you kind of a sense, like I have this Monday, Wednesday breakdown. That's based on the real life course that I teach. So just in sense of trying, like those aren't real deadlines in this online class, but in a sense of like trying to help you break out the work and think about how much time should take, I kind of give you those breakdowns. Okay? Okay. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else over here that I need to talk about. So, please log in. Get started. Your first due date is next Thursday, which is the 21st. So, and you have some work to do. So, and let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to me via phone or text. I'm happy to answer and talk to you as you kind of get started. I'm also on campus if you just kind of need to come in and ask questions in person and go through the stuff. Okay.